Madam Speaker, for allowing me to speak. My name is Mariam Solaiman Khil. I am a member of parliament from Afghanistan. I'm a little bit emotional today too. I had to escape my country, a country that I love dearly, to come here, and I know that NGOs and members of your distinguished panel can help me and help my people. Right now, our women are not allowed to go to school. During the Taliban's time, women who were over the age of 7 were not allowed to go to school. The world and men who are not from our country, foreign men in a foreign land, decided my fate, decided my country's fate, decided my women's fate on what's going to happen today in Afghanistan. 2 days ago, I received a phone call from a woman in Kandahar. She's a doctor and she's an NGO worker, and she's a wonderful person. What saved her life was Facebook. She went on Facebook Live, and the Taliban had surrounded her house. Because she preaches for peace, she preaches for education, she preaches for unity for the whole world. They surrounded her house, and I was on the phone with her, trying to find her a way out, trying to call Taliban commanders in Kabul. By the time they called the foot soldiers in Kandahar, we figured out that they're not listening. The foot soldiers and the leadership, they don't listen to one another. They're completely disintegrated. The Taliban took her brother while I was on the phone with her and shot him in the leg. And because he was on Facebook, she was on Facebook, and they were scared of the world finding out, they didn't kill him. We got them to Kabul now in a safe house. They're safe. In the same potential, we have women MPs who are right now in hiding. We have women judges who put terrorists in jail, who put murderers in jail, who put rapists in jail. And now these women are in hiding because when the Taliban came in, they opened the doors to every prison in Afghanistan. They released every prisoner we had in Afghanistan. And now they don't know if it's a Talib or a criminal who's looking for them to hunt them down and murder them. So those judges are in danger, the women are in danger. And my brother, I have a story that about women's education, that when you were speaking, it reminded me. A friend of mine, Matt Zeller, he recently did an interview. In the U.S. Army, there were Afghans who were fighting with the U.S., and there were also the Taliban. In our culture, until you have your mother's blessing, you're not allowed to fight. You're not allowed to do anything without your mother's blessing. He asked him, he said, how are you able to work with us? Did you get your mother's blessing? You've saved my life numerous times. He said, of course I got my mother's blessing. They said, okay, then how does the Taliban have his mother's blessing as well? He said, the difference was that my mother was educated. My mother knew how to read the Quran. My mother knew her rights. My mother knew what was right and wrong. The mother who wasn't educated was told and her head was filled with extremism and an ideology that wasn't our culture or our religion. So I come here for a few things, from help from our NGOs as well as the UN, to help secure our people. They've promised amnesty cards, but we know this isn't true. The NGOs and the UN have to stand together and monitor the amnesty cards. If they're promising not to kill our people and handing out amnesty cards, there should be a registration for our people with the UN, with an NGO, that if something happens or if someone goes missing, the family members and friends can call in to that number and say, okay, my family member is missing or is dead or whatever it is. So we can monitor the actions of the Taliban. Right now, the Taliban are playing a game with our futures. They're holding education for women as bait to get their funding released. They're being very smart about this. So they give us a little bit of education and that's it. So we don't ask for anything else. Please don't forget Afghan women, and please stand with us. Again, thank you for everything that you've done for not only Afghanistan, but for the whole world.